We were young and we were free and running, never bothered about what could be coming. Every day we danced and life was smiling. We were young and drunk in love. A few years later I have started thinking, if it's just love in every glass I'm drinking, we're like one and without you I'm sinking. I'm always shining next to you. Oh, I got you, there's no reason to chasing pavement on my own, 'cause you're here to stay every night and day. I'm delighted 'cause I got you.
So when I was packing back in Fort Myers, I thought, I've got these great huge tubs to pack all this stuff in. It'll be easy to get a whole bunch of stuff into the boat. What I didn't consider when packing these tubs that are probably, this one's only 40, but that one's about 50 pounds. How am I gonna get it all the way up there on the boat? Like, because the boat is kind of canted to the back, there's no real good place to stand to get it up. So what I thought we would do is wrap Gorilla Tape around the middle, and these side keepers are pretty good. Okay. And I can go, you know, up to the swim platform, okay, and you kind of hand up the front of it to me. I'm just going to grab on real hard, and then I can kind of get up to the other swim platform, pulling it while you're kind of hanging on and pushing.
Yeah, I got you.
Another half a yard here.
Get a slingshot. Catapult it up here.
There's one. Let's get the other one.
Brett, I have a personal question.
Yep.
How big is your dinghy?
How big is my dinghy? Well, believe it or not,
Where a dinghy fit?
I don't have one. That's even worse, right?
I am keeping my mouth shut.
There you go.
That's what she said. Sure, you could tell when Mike and I were moving these tubs up that it's very difficult moving stuff up and down the boat. And Rebecca and I haven't fully moved in yet. We've only moved about maybe 20% of our stuff in. And I don't really want to go through all the trouble of dragging everything up the swim ladder like Mike and I did, because there's some heavy stuff. So I think what the plan is going to be is we've got a couple empty totes in there. We're going to rig up some ropes on it and use our dinghy lift here through the pulley, and then be able to just lower those totes down, fill them up, have Rebecca reel it up and swing it over and drop it down, and we're hoping that works a lot better than what we just went through. So lots of people have asked us, what's our boat like inside? So we wanted to give everybody a quick tour of the boat. You've seen some pictures of the outside. Well, come on in with us.
Yeah, come on. Check it out.
So this is the main saloon where it's basically our living room, but it's also where we steer and drive the boat from. This room we kind of envision being our living room, if you will, with a sofa, a couple chairs, and a table. And we have an idea of what we want to do. And obviously you can see best in this room that the floors in the boat need to be redone. And we're going to redo the floors of the boat in synthetic teak and holly.
And this is where down here you access the engines and the fuel tank. Brett, do you want to show them real quick?
Mm-hmm. So this is one of our diesel engines. We've got another one just like it over there, and then right behind me here we've got a, I won't open the hatch, but we've got a diesel generator in there as well. And there's fuel tanks down here and battery bank and all that. That's our engine room. We have, I don't know if you can see it, but a big diesel. This is a Perkins 175 horsepower diesel. And then on my other side is another big Perkins 175 horsepower diesel. And back here is our generator for when we want to just generate power when we're at anchor and not run the big major engines. And you know, whenever anybody buys an old boat, there's always some, at least when they get a good deal on it, there's always some gotcha. There was a point in time where there was some diesel leaking from a fuel tank, from one of the diesel fuel tanks, probably this one, and there was diesel down here in the bilge, and somehow a spark got started or a cigarette or something, but there was a small fire, and a lot of the electrical system right up here where the camera is got damaged, and really just the battery compartment area got damaged. There's a little bit of smoke around. You can see smoke on the edge of this, but basically the old owners ended up cutting out all the DC connections to the DC breaker panel, as well as removing all the batteries. So all that needs to be rewired, but before any of that can be done, the real major thing is I need to find the leak in the diesel tank, and it could be in the tank or it could be in the fittings. So for instance, if it's in one of these fittings that it's leaking, you know, that's not a big deal. You just replace the fittings. But if it's in the tank itself, well, pretty much the whole tank's got to go. There's not a whole lot of good opportunity for repairing that. And but the only way to know is really to get in here and do a pressure test on it. So that'll be one of the first things that I'm doing as far as like really working on the boat. And this is the galley and the dinette area. It's not really designed exactly how we want it. For instance, there's a woodshed here. Galley just doesn't need a woodshed, so we're going to restore this back to its original of being a really nice pantry that had the slatted doors like what you saw in the closet in the aft cabin for about this section, and then a microwave area, microwave toaster oven vertical area here. That we're going to be replacing the stove. This is the original stove that's, I don't know, it's older than, well, not quite as old as I am, but it's pretty old. And new sink, new countertop. They originally had 2 mini fridges here, but we're not going to do that. Over here on this wall, on the inside, very inside edge, we'll have a little more storage. But then we're going to put a full floor-to-ceiling marine refrigerator here. It'll be about that big. In here, we've got our forward head. I mean, it's your basic head. It's got a toilet and sink and a mirror. The toilets in this boat are manual pump toilets. You have to pump the lever to get the water to wash everything down. We're going to be replacing those with more electric toilets that you press a button and it flushes. And then up here we have our V-berth. You can put a triangle thing in here and a triangle pillow and make it more of a bed in this area where I'm standing. Or you can just do it like it is. Up there's the anchor locker. There's chains and anchors and stuff like that in there. There's lots of storage here like the other. And then it's got a little, you probably can't see it, but it's got a little closet here, as well as the heater and air conditioner vent and speaker and lights and outlet. One thing we really liked about this boat was that pretty much every room has a speaker for the surround sound system. I know it's not like a sailing feature, but it's a nice comfort feature. And then the most important thing in the boat right here is the forward hatch that lets all the air in, because otherwise it is sweltering hot.
Okay, and down here is our main berth, sleeping berth. And I love how on the door it says first class only on the little sign. I'll show you guys. Right there. Pretty cool, huh? This is my favorite room of the boat. It's what kind of I fell in love with first and sold me on the boat. Over here we have a full-size bed. It's got awesome drawers down here that pull out. And We have a nice dresser here and a little twin bed and some closet space over there. And we've got a little closet here also. And this awesome head in here with a shower. As you can see, it needs a lot of work, but it has so much potential. I'm really excited. We plan to totally redo this room, take out this twin bed over here to give a little more room for like a seating area or a desk, and it'll be interesting to see. We would like everybody's opinions. If you could just comment down below and let us know what you think we should do with this room.
So we hope you enjoyed taking a look at our boat. We've got a lot of plans for remodeling it, a lot of work to do, and we look forward to showing you.
Every day we dance and life's been smiling. We're not young, still drunk in love.